बनाकर फकीरों का हम भेष गालिब, तमाशाए अहले करम देखते हैं. This is a couplet written by Mirza Ghalib many generations ago. Ghalib may have had a lot on his mind when he wrote this. After all, who knows the mind of a poet? Ghalib is not in need of charity, and yet he disguises himself as a beggar to understand the behavior of those practicing charity. The question is, why did Ghalib wish to undertake this exercise? Presumably, because he felt that the motivations of charity givers are complex and all is not what it seems on the surface. I won't feign to insult you by thanking you for blessing this occasion with your presence. The cause of charity is obviously something that each one of you feels strongly about, and therefore your presence here is but expected. Instead, I, on behalf of CSR Journal, thank you all for all that you have done for the society and all that you will continue doing without any expectation, any desire for fame or thanks. All of us keep talking about our desire to doing good for the society in our own ways. But doing good translates most of the times to feeling good and not to being effective. The outcome is an act of charity and not a solution to the underlying problem. Take the giving of alms to the poor as an example. The act of charity meets the need to do good, but is completely ineffective in addressing the prevalence of poverty in the society. Charity has to go further and deeper. It is a long-term commitment and a lifetime passion. A passion well supported by our ancient culture in all its diversity. India is still home to a huge number of homeless, a huge mass of people that still live below the poverty line. And the poverty line is notional. Really, whoever can sustain himself or herself at just rupees 32 a day or even double that amount. So, away from NGOs and the government, there is a need for individuals to explore the boundary of what they consider to be their own responsibility, wrapped in empathy, love, and a deep desire to be a part of something much larger than one's own self. We, the individuals that form the government, the NGOs, and the institutions, have to look beyond the NGOs, beyond the government, and even beyond corporate social responsibility, and realize that we can't only depend on these to revolutionize society. As individuals, we have a duty far beyond performing occasional acts of giving alms. We have to transcend to a new paradigm of CSR, citizen social responsibility. Allow me to share a few experiences I have had in my attempts to understand this. There is a girl in my neighborhood, Poonam. From childhood, she was raised by her maid servant as her parents struggled with the modern pressures of career and making ends meet. Due to her own self-motivation, she got a scholarship when she advanced to the 10th standard. All of us celebrated her achievement with a party thrown by her father. But Poonam celebrated in an entirely different manner. She actually contributed a part of her scholarship towards educating her maidservant's daughter. Further, she insisted that she spent an hour every day out of her busy 11th standard schedule to help her maid's daughter in her studies. She actually it was not money or a random act of charity. It was a long-term responsibility that Poonam had embraced with her heart and mind. The last I know, Poonam did very well in her 11th standard, but the maid's daughter did good as well. Poonam continues to teach the child now that she is in the 12th, and the maid servant's family has a ray of hope to improve their lot in life. Several years back, I was approached by an NGO to contribute towards educating young kids. My family was excited and contributed funds for educating 3 children for a year. When the year was through, we did not continue with the sponsorship. We did not feel the connect. In spite of asking for details of children, we were never informed. I assumed that it went into a common pool and then onto the ground. My family wanted to know these children, see if they needed anything more. We wanted a connect. Next year, we decided that we would continue for the sponsorship, but in our own way. We marked out the children of Pankaj, my driver, and Savita, our maid. Jay and Lata were amazing children. We had seen them from their birth, bright and playful. I personally felt a great sense of fulfillment as I took the decision to find the means to sponsor their education through their formative years. I wondered, when there is so much to be done around our immediate proximity, why do we have to look beyond? As citizens, isn't it our duty and our privilege to see that those not as lucky as us get same opportunity so that they can help others when their turn comes? After all, charity begins at home. CSR, CSR, Citizen Social Responsibility, and CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility, now need to find a synergy between the organization and the self. After all, corporate is not an isolated entity, a lifeless behemoth with an automised brain. A corporate is, after all, a collection of individuals, their dreams, their passions, their hopes, and their fears. CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility, cannot be viewed as disparate from the people within the citizens. The Srimad Bhagavatam, a defining text of our ancient culture, says, Etavach janma safalyam dehinam ih dehishu praner arther dhiyavacha shreya acharanam sada. Broadly, this means it is the duty of every living being to perform welfare activities for the benefit of others with his wealth, intelligence, and words. It is not just about money. Donating money is the easiest thing for those who have it. It is human participation that will really make a difference and take us closer to our dreams. The CSR Journal will take pride if we can facilitate that. Thank you.